The people in Statesville District showed that they have a hunger in their hearts to make a difference, and Impact Community Day provided them a way to do this. The committee chose to focus on hunger.
When our committee met, I think it was very clear to us that hunger was one of the prevalent issues that we were seeing in our county. I work for the Department of Social Services and had realized that we are taking over 100 more applications a month than we usually were taking. We had had a situation where a social worker reported to me that a child had told her that he had had half a can of spaghetti for lunch and he ate the other half a can of spaghetti for supper. With stories like this and things we were hearing in our community, it was clear that hunger was a wonderful area where we could probably impact our community greatly.
Impact Community Day was one of the really great events that we have had in the Statesville District and across the Western North Carolina Conference. But it wasn't just great because people were working together. It was great because we were sharing in visibly understanding what I think are the two really central facts of the Christian faith. And one is that our first responsibility is to love others the way Jesus loved us.
People responded by donating food or money to purchase food or filling the bags or by distributing the food. The statistics of the day show impressive response. 43 of our churches reported helping with the food project or some other project. A total of 2,794 volunteers worked on Impact Day. We filled 2,277 bags of food at a total cost of $27,324. We believe that 5,312 people were served by our food project.
Our congregation and the church facilities served as the home base for the Iredell County section of Project Impact. It was great to see all the bags begin to assemble in our fellowship hall and take over the whole floor as we prepared for the event. And it was just a neat sight to see Saturday morning all the people coming together, one, to participate and to help lead this ministry, and then also those who came a little bit later to receive the food bags that we had prepared.
The day was filled with, I thought, three elements. That of unity, that of energy, and that of spirit. There was coming together of all the churches in our district, and we worked as one that day.
We had a chance to visibly see that great gift of connectional church, and that is that we are not alone. And when I walked in, I just saw this sea of red shirts. It was such a thrill to see the connection at work. People from large churches and small churches doing together what not even our largest church could have possibly pulled off on that day. That was the visible sign of what United Methodist Christian Faith is all about. That together we are stronger than we are individually, and that we can do really great things for God.
When our committee met here in Iredell County, we had 16 churches to show up for the first meeting. And we talked about how many bags of food our churches could provide. And like everybody else, churches have been hit with a poor economic situation, and so they were not very hopeful of getting many bags. And so when I arrived on June 5th and went into the fellowship hall and saw over 1,000 bags of food, I was overwhelmed. Whereas churches had thought they might could donate 20 or 30, most had more than doubled that. And we had over 1,000 bags of food. It was like the fishes in the loaves. That day was probably one of the most spiritually uplifting days of my life.
Spirit was that that you could feel a kindred spirit. I'm reminded of what John Wesley said, that my heart was strangely warmed.
I was really touched by the lady who came back to Broad Street on Monday after our Community Impact Day. She came in with a handwritten thank you note saying that from her early years she remembered the story of the lepers who were healed
As I write this note, I am reminded of the parable of the 10 lepers, where Christ cured all 10, but only one returned to give thanks. As I am sure the leper was truly humbled, I too am humbled and thankful to all involved in the food drive. My family benefited greatly from your sincere generosity. I appreciate all your efforts in this most charitable event. And she signed it sincerely, or he signed it, a grateful soul. It's just a wonderful thing that actually somebody took the time and responded to us and to affirm the work that we had done.
It turned out bigger and better than any of us ever hoped. And it certainly had an impact for those who received it. I had a telephone call. I was sitting in my office, and I had a telephone call from a gentleman I had never met before, never knew. And he said to me, I saw the article in the paper about Impact Community Day, and I just wanted to call and thank you personally for taking on that task and helping provide that in our community, because it is so needed. I work with a lot of these people who got food that day, and they have shared with me about what a blessing it's been to them.
I'm excited that next year we are looking forward to doing at least two conference-wide events, while we're hoping that churches do more and more of this kind of loving beyond the walls, not confined to our conference events, but we're hoping to sponsor a Change the World event where we'll be working on behalf of those who we can't see physically, but we know are loved by God. And in the fall, we're hoping to do another Impact Community Day where we make a difference for those in our backyard.
I would definitely do it again. There's no question about what a blessing it was to each of us that participated that day.
The day was not perfect, but the day was powerful.
Ain't nothing to it when we come together and we do it. We got thousands of doors to walk the people through it. We gotta show those that are seeking that we're serious. The church is not a building, but the ultimate experience. Open hearts, open minds to the open doors. Find a journey, discover it, and then call it yours. Rethink rock, rethink rock. Everybody come on, do it, rethink rock.
We can make impact and you can too.
Rethink rock. Everybody come on, do it, rethink rock. Do it, rethink rock. Come on, rethink rock. Everybody come on, do that, rethink rock.
If church was E-E-R to the B, then we'll change W-O-R-L-D. When we show that L-O-V-E, we impact the community.
Your impact begins right